looked at various opportunity, what we can do and develop this particular logistics industry. One of the things which we noticed is the aerospace logistics, and if you look at this particularly in the Middle East, the number of aircraft going is increasing, and if you look at UAE as a world, as a location, they are in the top 7 number of airlines calls here, number of passenger movement is there. That is one of the very determining factor for a business to that. And if you look from a different segment, if you look at today Europe sits at the number 1, on the airline movements there. Now Middle East is coming as the number 2, it taken over the Northern America or the Far East. So the people who have been using a transshipment, people or can be a cargo, it becomes more critical on particular segment, and we have been seeing consistent growth of year on year on this particular airspace logistics. We looked at this particular aerospace, our presence is very strongly felt in UAE and Saudi Arabia, Oman. We see that, how we can further expand it. We looked at the network partner, there are throughout the world for the aircraft on ground or MRO, there are only 3 network partners. So we looked at which is the best one. We looked at the ALN, they call this Aerospace Logistics Network. It's been based from UK, and they have around 65 companies and 350 location reach out. So we have signed an agreement with them to handle their MRO to the network. So what happened, the big airlines, they look for a reach out to where it is possible. The flight can go anywhere there. So what happened, this particular network, they are specialized only in the aerospace. They may be having other logistics operation, but when you look at specifically their specialization on this particular segment. So what happened, this gives us the advantage not only for the network partner, because they need a reach in the Middle East and there, and so it helps us. And then what is unique about this particular network is that you will have 1 partner per location. You will not have a 2-3 partner. So you have to go into that particular network. You need to achieve a lot of points and criteria. So that's how they select the best of the best with that. So we went through that evaluation process and we have been selected. We become a member. So that gives us the bigger reach where we can go into this particular segment. As I said, if you are delayed by 1 hour, 150,000 is the loss. So it is very critical. You need to track the shipment, how it has been going, how it has been delivered, where it has been going. So what happened, traceability becomes so critical for this particular aerospace. Even people talk about, last mile delivery there. But this is more than the last mile delivery. So it is very important, the article where it moves. There are very specific technology we have installed that, I won't call it as RFID. It is similar to the RFID technology, where the product is been placed with that particular chip. Chip is the word or whatever the tag you put it, and it gives you the movement where it is there. One thing is that it does not track when you are on the air. The reason is that it is a security concern. So it does not touch on the air. When it landed immediately, it triggers the activation. So that triggers the activation whereby we are able to track it. It is very critical. You need to have a full automation. You need to have a traceability. You need to have a fast clearance of the product. That will help us to do the airside delivery. Now, for example, this product is come offloaded. So it's easy for our vehicle. We have an approval to do an airside delivery. We pick the item from particularly from that airline, straight away go into any of the aircraft and we do the delivery. As we have that particular niche airside delivery, it helps us to more and also give the customer, airline industry, an added advantage for them so that the flight can be on air. I classify the challenge into 2 segments. One, there are limited number of players. And then these players has their own mono set, this is how the set. So the customer like airline, they have to fit into that particular thread. Whereas if you look at our solution, we have been made customized for them. So what happened, the challenge we are trying to take away from the currently This is how we do with X number of player. Only to my knowledge, it's 3 or 4 players. They have their own setup. You need to fill up. And then number 2, what we have noticed is that the cargo reaches on the ground. There is no traceability today. With our technology, we have a traceability. So we looked at it. These are all the main, 2 segment of the issue which current airline space has been there. We are putting our own process to improve that particular one. So we become an advantage to them than the other player.